It's just like that. We're s- we're
Because we
able
do it,
to
yeah.
consume animals.
It's a
We're able to
choice.
consume meat. If a lion evolutes, they're gonna be able to.
Are you a lion? What does a lion
No,
have
no,
to do with
I'm just
you?
saying. Like this, of course, I'm not a lion. To me, it's not
So,
that big of a deal because it's
well,
just
I can't change
happens
that,
in
but
nature.
it's well, nature doesn't breed 100 billion land animals every year. We do. And I will address your first point since it's so yeah, so your first point was that it's how nature works, right?
I mean, it's
So,
not how like not how we do it right now, but it's just like that. We're
because we
able
do it,
to
yeah.
consume animals.
It's a
We're able to
choice.
consume meat. So that means our biological needs,
So you
or
think
like
there's a
our
nutritional need for it? Is that
not
the
a
point?
necessarily nutritional need for it. We need protein and stuff. We can get it from other stuff.
Okay.
Uh,
So is it
but
really a biological need then?
not necessarily eating meat, but we were doing it before all this, before we decided to romanticize animals and stuff, right?
You think empathy didn't exist before we?
I mean, to be honest, like for example, guard dogs dogs used to be just guard dogs. They weren't like pets like how they are right now. They used to be like shepherd dogs and all that. And I also like know that like human taste has changed. Like we weren't supposed to eat this much of meat, right? We weren't doing that like
Yeah,
maybe 400 years ago.
we ate it
And
for survival.
yeah, and
Back,
it was like
in
maybe
in certain parts of the world. In
yeah,
some parts of the world, not as much because
and
it was warm
what was
climates.
going on was that like it was like a luxury to eat meat,
Yeah,
right? So I don't think this is much more different. It's just more inhumane because now we just, I don't know, cattle and like cows and stuff, and like we populate them in order to eat them.
yeah, we do.
But that's just, I think it's just the part of evolution. We're just easing things. Yeah,
Evolution.
that's what we're doing, right? We're making things easy for ourselves. We have internet to, I don't know, communicate easier.
Do we
Now,
have to do it? Is really what it comes down to. Do
it's
we need to? Because
we don't
yeah,
have
we
to
get it.
do a
It's a
lot of things while we
choice.
do it.
Right. So it's a choice.
Yeah.
So do we need to choose the worst possible choice, or should we decrease suffering and our contribution to it as much as possible?
Again, I think that's a little bit of exaggerating the
Is
romanticism
it?
part of this. That it's just the worst thing to do because imagine if we were just like cavemen, we would have still hunted animals down, eat them.
Out of necessity, yeah, but you're not a caveman. You're sitting
Yeah,
in
but
SFU in
it's
concrete.
not about. That's what I'm saying. Like it was a necessity back then, but that was just how nature. That's how nature works, right? There's still like.
Isn't it a necessity now?
Are you telling me that if a lion evolutes, they're gonna be able to?
Are you a lion? What does a lion
No,
have
no,
to do with
I'm just
you?
saying. Like this. Of course, I'm not a lion.
So then what does that have to do with
That's what I'm
you
saying.
as
So
a human
I'm
being
saying
choosing it?
I can consume meat and I can consume, like
Yeah, you can.
whatever, right?
But should you? If it causes suffering, if
I
there's
just
a
I just
victim on the
don't
other
think
end,
there's a question of should.
why not? It's a choice. It's something
Because it's
that
just-
you choose to do. So why do you choose to do the worst thing possible?
Because yeah,
How do you
it's-
justify it?
I'm saying you're saying worst thing possible when you're putting value on it, right?
Yeah, because
Yourself.
they're
This is-
sentient-
That's your opinion, right? It's
Do you
the
think
worst thing
sentient
possible.
beings? So they feel pain. That's objective. They're sentient. That's
Well, they
objective.
feel pain,
so
but, like-
where's the opinion?
That it's the worst thing possible? Like the worst.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
Breeding
from
them
an
into
ethical point, yeah, for sure.
existence and all
Putting
that.
animals through suffering and all that. I'm not saying we're doing the right thing,
Okay.
right? But I'm just saying how things are. And
So
it's-
why
it's
are you
not a-
contributing to how things are if you don't
Because
think it's the
I
right
don't mind
thing?
eating meat. Like at the end of the day,
You don't mind it,
meat
but
is just like another product right now, and
you want to
using-
see some footage of slaughterhouses?
To be honest, it wouldn't affect me.
No?
I've seen footage of humans getting killed. Like
Okay.
it's not that big of a deal to me. Death is just part of things part of things are, and
Okay.
I just think it's
So-
unhealthy that we're eating this like amount of meat. That I will say.
Okay.
But
So if you don't have to eat meat, because you've said yourself we don't have a nutritional need for it, and if you do think we do, then we can address that. I'm just trying to go in order,
we're
right?
We're finding ways to not depend on meat, right? Like, you
I mean,
couldn't say that like 400 years ago, people like still.
So there's no
needed-
necessity now, is what you're saying, for most people, at least for you.
For sure.
For you.
There's no
Is there a
necessity
necessity
but
for you?
I don't think everything in life is based on necessities.
Yeah, it's a choice to do something that's not ethical for the animals. You're making them suffer when you don't have to. So why would you do that?
To eat.
So your point is that you don't care. I can't make you care. I'm
No,
just trying to
the
see
thing
where
is
you
that
stand.
I feel bad, right?
Okay.
But
You can
I
stop.
might have felt bad if I had to hunt a deer too,
Yeah.
and I was in the
So
wild
why
by
pay
myself.
someone to kill the animal?
Because that's their job.
Yeah, but you're giving them money for it. Why do you think those jobs exist? Why do you think those companies exist?
People, of course,
Supply and demand,
everything is a product
right?
now. That's such a bigger conversation than this, right?
I think it's
But-
pretty simple. I mean,
yeah,
you pay for it and it happens. You don't pay for it, it doesn't happen. It's very simple. It's actually not that complicated.
Yeah, but then we have like charities that you have to pay to people that already have, like, you have charities that can send food to Africa and all that, but you have to pay them for them to.
What does that have to do with
food?
you and
No,
your
I'm just
daily
saying-
choice?
No, I'm just saying it's a daily choice. It's exactly a daily
So
choice.
why not choose the best thing possible and not put animals
saying
through that?
In your, we have best thing ethicals. We have best things on how it makes your life easier. We can talk about a lot of stuff that has been like objectified and they've been sold as products.
We're talking
or
about
service.
this specifically.
So,
I'm trying to stay focused because I'm here for this one thing.
This is not so much like different than any other product. A lot of products are being.
You don't see a difference between an apple and the flesh of an animal?
I mean, I see some kind of difference, but even for that apple, there's a lot of misconduct with the workers. They don't get paid enough.
But there's
all
a
that stuff.
difference. We're not eating
Yeah,
their
for sure.
flesh.
They're not from the same flesh. But at the end of the day,
We're not
it's a
putting them in
cruel world.
cages.
It's a cruel world.
so
This is just another product that's being it's in the market. And
so it's a
if you
cruel
wanna- if you
world,
wanna-
and we should make it crueler,
no.
or should we decrease the cruelty?
How can you deduct such stuff from my?
It's pretty simple.
I'm just saying. Of course, if everybody decides to not eat animals, the companies would go
Yeah.
bankrupt.
Yeah, that
and-
would be the solution to this.
Yeah, but
so shouldn't
well,
it be?
let me think of a lot of stuff that we should do stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
we should do
yeah,
the
but
best
that's
we
not
can.
how society works. It's pleasure.
It's how I
it-
work. Lots of people go vegan. It's a
That's
choice.
not how I work.
Yeah, it
For
is.
example, I shouldn't be drinking. I shouldn't be smoking. But I do that stuff.
But that's harming you, not someone else, right? So
Yeah, but
we're talking about paying to
I will-
harm
I-
an innocent victim, a sentient being. Alcohol is not a sentient being.
I understand that, but I make decisions about my life that I know I shouldn't do, right? But there are
Yeah.
other factors contributing in that,
Such as
such
your
as pleasure, such as my
Yes.
comfort, such as my convenience.
Is that more important than life?
I'm not saying it's more important than life.
Your actions do.
Well,
When you pay for
listen,
it, that's what they say.
I'm saying, at the end of the day, throughout the history, humans ate meat.
What about
Not
now?
on- not-
What about right here and now? You, right here, guy
Right.
in SFU. We're not talking about cavemen. We're not
Right,
cavemen.
no, I'm not.
We didn't have
I'm
cell
not-
phones.
Even farmers had cattle. People
Okay.
used, and that's how things.
They didn't have cell phones. They didn't. We why pick and choose
Of
one
course,
thing
you
when
can
you're not
be an
doing anything else from the
idealist,
past?
You can be an idealist and.
No, it's just actions.
think
It's
about-
supply and demand. It's very simple.
Of course, it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
Everything is a supply and demand nowadays.
So why
right?
would you demand that an animal gets a sentient being gets put through that when you don't have to? When you can have something that's not sentient, nutritionally adequate. It's that simple. It really is.
I understand, but I just maybe people are gonna hate me for this, but like I don't understand the. I don't know.
You don't care
I
enough to
understand.
change.
I understand about life, right? But I see life getting perished in front of me every day, both in the animal world. If you
And do
watch
you
them
like
hunting
that? Do you like that reality?
I don't care, to be honest, about that
Okay.
reality because it
Well, then that's
happens.
that. Then I can't really make you care. But you
No,
know
but
that you're
I understand,
responsible for
I
it.
understand where you're coming from, and yes,
Yeah,
maybe
it's on your
in an
hands
ideal,
if you choose
in
it.
not even in an ideal, in a place that ethics like this are superior to other ethics. and I don't know, put life on a really, really high level of.
I think it's just bare minimum. I mean, I'm just saying let's not enslave animals. That's pretty basic. I'm not saying you have to worship them. I'm just
it's kind of
saying
obscure to me, this sense of sympathy to animals. At the end of the day,
that's
if we're
sad.
gonna have that sympathy, we're just intelligent animals. That's all.
Would you want to switch places
feelings,
with them?
Feelings, feeling guilty, and all that. These are just functions for us.
Yeah, to know that we're doing
survive.
something
like,
wrong.
It's all about survival, right? We
feel
created all
guilt?
of this to make survival easier for now, and
Okay.
I just don't. And I understand sympathy with something that's used to you, has its function in your life. I have sympathy with my friend over there. Because
Only
at the end
because
of the day,
you only have sympathy for
him. At the end of
him?
the day, it's a survival thing. I've like
Okay.
emotions and all. They're just, in my opinion,
Interesting.
as much as I've.
I think you're fighting your empathy. I think you do empathize with animals, but you don't want to change.
I empathize with this guy too, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying how
Why
how
fight
it's
it?
functional. Because I don't. It's.
Because you don't care enough about animals? Is that something you can live with?
I mean, I have a dog and all, but.
Would you want that dog to be in the place of an animal?
It's kind of obscure to me that I care about my dog that much because it's just a pet, right? But I do care. I do.
Then why
care.
have a pet if you don't care? I mean, it just seems odd. But
Listen. I
where
don't know
would we
how to
be
put
without
it.
empathy?
I don't know how to put it. But that's just empathy is just a function to bring society together in an emotional
that's
way.
a big thing. That's
I know.
that's
I understand
everything.
what you're saying. Exactly. So I understand what you're saying, but like, to me, it's not that big of a deal because it's just.
I can't change
happens
that,
in
but
nature.
nature doesn't breed 100 billion land animals every year. We do.
Of course, we
We
hey,
do. It's
I
not a
have-
natural
look,
thing,
of
but
course,
have you ever
if you wanna
seen a
talk about
documentary about this
humans
stuff?
humans,
I'm not talking about humans.
I know,
I'm here for
humans
animal
are
rights.
the only animals in the world that drink milk after they
Yes,
hit
yes,
puberty,
exactly.
right?
We're not a baby cow.
Yes,
Actually,
it's-
we're the only
everything is
species
weird.
that drinks another species' milk.
Yeah, we're the only one doing that, right?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It is. It is fucked up.
And we take the calves away from the cow to do that. That's even more fucked up.
Exactly. So what
So
I'm
why
saying,
do
I
it?
I condemn.
You
let's
condemn
say-
it with your emotions, but you support it with your actions. Why not bring those
To
together?
be honest, I can only condemn it on like a health level,
Okay.
right? It's not good for us to eat this much meat. It's not good for us to.
Okay, well, I
drink
can't
milk
make you
after
care,
that.
but I can give you some information. Do you want to take a photo of this? There's some documentaries. Unfortunately, I don't have more cards than
I
this
have seen
today.
documentaries on this.
Well, I'll just give you this card because there's a few things and I'll go over them. So they are easy to find on YouTube and Netflix. And this one specifically really shows just the footage of the animals. This is more about the health aspect. This is more about the environmental aspect, Conspiracy and Seaspiracy. They're free on Netflix. If you do want to give it a shot, Challenge 22 gives you free and practical help, including a nutritionist, to go vegan, and it challenges you to go vegan for 22 days because it takes an average person 21 days to change a habit, so they want you to do that extra day. And this app here helps you find vegan-friendly restaurants nearby. So all excuses aside, you have the tools. Hopefully you took a picture. I can't make you care. But thank you
not
for
that-
engaging.
yeah, for sure. But
It's about
just
the actions.
Do me a favor though, if you want to put this on anywhere, don't cut my like parts of my speech and put it because
No,
I
we're
do
not
have I
gonna-
do have a logic for this and I don't want to be the hated guy. So that's the thing.
Well,
But
we're
even
not
if
going to
you-
cut it. We'll just, it's a whole conversation.
For sure. And thank you for this.
Hopefully
this was nice.
you decide to go vegan. Appreciate your conversation. Thank you.
I respect your choice of being a vegan.
It's more about
respect
respecting
you
the
than I do.
animals.
I respect you for that part more than I respect myself.
Okay.
But
You can
I'm
bring,
not
I think you
perfect.
can bring
Of
those
course, of
ethics
course. I
together.
can do a lot of things. I can like reach.
It sounds
my
like you're
maximum-
ethically vegan, but just bring the actions to,
Of course, I can
to
reach
that.
my maximum potential if I do a lot of stuff.
It's
I
bare
can, I
minimum.
can change
It's
my
bare
life
minimum.
all around. No, it's not bare minimum.
It is.
There
You
are
can
a lot
choose
of
to
things-
have a faux, like a
there are
vegan
lot of
sandwich.
things that would, if I want to think it that way, first off, I got to work on myself.
Yeah.
To do a lot of things that I want.
Challenge
Then
22 can
then I
help
should
you with
think about
that.
other animals, right? So I should start from myself. And
can
there are
do
a lot of
both.
things that I'm not even doing for myself, let alone think
You can
about
do
an animal
both.
that's not personally in my life.
All right. Have a good day.
Anytime.